So you get like where you've done things so many times, you know how to clean it up. Make it like when we're talking, when we do our promos, I'm always thinking like, how do I tighten it up because I'm so wordy? How do I make it more concise to the point so I'm not lulling? How do I get, and then have another good point to like serve that,
And even the looks you give, and the timing of it.
Yeah.
Like and the time in between of a silent pause and how you can actually just bring the crowd in and it's just a look. Like how much do you think about that in advance, or is that just a feel when you're out there?
That used to be stuff I would think about, but it kind of like, to compare it to something, when I first started wrestling, like in the Shield, and I would watch the film like of when we were in the ring, I would watch every step. Every single step. Like my wife wouldn't be able to watch it back with me because it would rewind.
Annoy her so much.
I would watch it like I watch it like football tape, and like, but we didn't have like the good good film stuff. So like I'd miss the rewind, and then I'm like, oh god, sorry, hold on, one more time. But I would just keep watching that.
There's no scrolling.
I'd be like, why does that take that step? Why did I do that with my arm? I'm so like precise and meticulous on all these little things that I saw. And I would do the same thing with like my facial expressions. And your dad used to be like, God, don't do that so much. Like your face can be too expressive sometimes. And it can be. And sometimes I have to reel it in and make it get a little less. But that just became a system to where we don't think about it now. Now I've been in enough, environments. I've been in enough, segments to where I've probably done that type of look before, and if I haven't, I'm excited about giving a new look. You know what I mean? Like,
Blue
this
Steel.
Is yeah, exactly.
Was that what it was? You saw it here.
Brock music. Yeah. Cut that. Cut it.
That's the clip.
But
I saw the person.
That's when Brock's music goes off. That's the face right there. The Zoolander look. But yeah, those just become instincts, and they become experiences that become instincts, and I just try to rely on those. I try to trust them.
Isn't that the whole point of doing all the preparation, right? It's doing the reps over and over and over again, so it becomes second nature. So when you're in the moment, you don't have to think, you just react.
You can say fuck it and go for it.
Yeah.
That's I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it is. Like, do it, rep it out. Don't let your brain get too far in front of you. And then at the end of the day, it's time to jump. Let's go. What happens. And, it's in God's hands now. And we always hope for the best. Say your prayer and then get in there and do it.
And how important is saying your prayer? How important is faith in your life?
It's everything. We've talked about a lot of main things, but nothing's possible without God, and whether you're Christian, Muslim, whoever your God is, if you believe in Jesus Christ as the Son of God, I think at the end of the day, it's important that we have like a true North Star, a belief in something bigger, because I think that's just, I don't know, I think there's just human, we're just wired that way. We need something that's bigger than us, something, you know what I mean, that we're working towards, I believe. And then it also brings in community. So yeah, I think it's everything. I think any successful family or person understands that God is making all this happen. So whether you're religious or not, I think it's important to believe in a higher power, and I specifically believe in God. I believe, Jesus Christ is the Son of God. He died for our sins. I was born and raised Catholic. I'm not as practicing as I'd like to be,
Us Catholics never are.
I know. And we got the good setup too. We're not, man, I go to my wife is Russian Orthodox, and we're up in there forever.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like 3 hours in. It's like, man, are they serving too? Are we going to eat or what? Like at Mass, at Catholic Mass, 45 minutes. If, Father's a little long-winded and he's trying to get his promo in, it might go an hour. Then you got your religious days, your holidays. So, but yeah, we really have it the best, and Still can't get my ass
still
to church.
Can't get it quite right. That's all right.
We're getting there.
Right.
We're getting there.
You're getting there.
Yeah, I was going to mention before when you brought up Georgia Tech. So obviously you're a big name in WWE, but I don't know if you know how big of an impact you had on two different people that you played with and played for. So first we'll bring up now coaching the Rams, Giff Smith.
When I reflect back on Joe Annaway back in the days at Georgia Tech, probably the biggest thing that stands out to me is just how tough he was. He had the ability to understand the game, execute the calls up front, and bring a toughness that still is so important in this game. Joe had just a unique ability about himself. He grew the hair out, looked cool, big, strong, athletic, smart. He had all the intangibles. I remember going down to Auburn. He about killed a guy in that game. One of the hardest hits till this day, even being in the league, that I've ever seen. He's an awesome family guy. I get to speak with him every so often, and grateful for that friendship and grateful that it's lasted throughout these years. He's somebody, as a dad, that I have and husband, tremendous respect for. But man, what a joy. Joe has excelled in his career, but there's so many special things about him. And, I can't say anything other than nice things about him. Just grateful for my time with him. He made me a better coach. He made Georgia Tech special in that run. And, he's a legend. And I wish him nothing but the best. And like I said at the start, I'm just grateful that I got to be a part of his life. He made a huge impact on my life. And he was a dog now. There's no two ways to say it. That man was a dog, not just in the ring of wrestling, but on the gridiron. He was the real deal.
Yeah, that was my defensive line coach, Coach Giff Smith. He came to Georgia Tech my sophomore year. And my freshman coach wasn't a bad guy. We just weren't gelling. I was a freshman, and I probably he was all over my ass all the time. And then when Giff came in,
probably because he saw something in you.
100%.
Yeah.
And I ended up being even closer to, this was Coach Spencer, actually, down the road. So it was nice to be able to reconnect with him. But man, having Coach Giff come in was just godsend, because he just knew how to communicate with me. And that was just one of his, and you would have never known it, but he was a great defensive lineman for, I believe, Georgia State at the time, back in his day. Just someone who understood it, and to hear those things from him, they were coached into me from him. That was something as a defensive lineman down in the trenches. It's a little bit different than it is today. It's still a violent sport, but it's much safer.
We use the word aggressive.
No, we don't.
In WWE, we don't say
that's
violent.
That's old WWE.
It's aggressive.
God, can't say violent. He told me that before.
I know,
Yeah. No, we don't do that
no
more. It's violent as hell.
My character wasn't kidnapped. I was abducted.
I know, right?
Because there's a big difference.
At the local medical facility.
Yes, yes. Not a hospital.
But yeah, Giff was, he was the man I needed in my life at that time, that just was able to connect with me. His communication with me was flawless. Everything that he was trying to get into my head, it sank in.
Like what?
Everything.
Yeah.
At that age, you know what I mean? At
right?
20, 18, 19, 20 years old, a young man like that, especially a young alpha bull,
and
I was a pretty
pretty
dumb young man, no, it doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt me. I'll run through that. Just very too much testosterone going on. Mm-hmm. But everything a young man needs to hear, it seemed like Giff always had a cool way of doing it, to where it wasn't he's lecturing me again. He wasn't ever like that. And was
he a storyteller?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. For sure. And I think that goes back to any great communicator, any good coach, any good public speaker. They're always able to do analogies or pull their own, personal story and connect those dots for you. But yeah, Giff was Coach Giff Smith was, and still to this day, I still speak with him. I need to hit him up now. I'm actually going to do it today.
You definitely need to.
But yeah, he's still coaching. He's still a great coach.
Well, and he's at the Rams now.
He's with the Rams. He's been with the Rams for a while. I think he was with they're LA too. He was with the Chargers. Yeah, he filled in, I think, as an interim coach a couple years ago, I want to say. But yeah, just a great guy. Really great guy.
Clearly, well, he clearly loves you.
Man, and he was one of the many coaches that I had. And that kind of ties back to those years where I didn't have my dad around. All these other men, whether they were in my community or at my ballpark, one of my, growing up, one of my greatest coaches of all time was my baseball coach, Coach Kevin Freeland. He coached me on Dive Pros for like 8 years in a row. That was our team, the Dive Pros. Yeah, we were sponsored by a dive shop, his dive shop. And this man would he would give me a ride home any day we needed it. The Twins too, they know Coach Freeland. But we had so many of those men in our lives that helped out and were great mentors, great coaches. I was fathered by a random set of coaches throughout my entire life, and like your dad, I took little pieces from all of these
everyone.
men. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm a thief. I steal all the good stuff.
Right?
All the good stuff. I try to at least.
That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to steal the best.
That's just being human right there. You're passing it on, but I just didn't wait for you to actually do it. I just got it before you knew you were going to teach me it. So.
Has Coach Giff ever seen you in the ring?
Yeah, he's come to a few shows here and there. But yeah, he's been in the back and everything.
Did he give you a hard time?
Yeah.
At first, yeah. But thank God. I mean, we came in as the Shield, so we came in cool, and there was never a point where it's like, man, you're just out there in underwear.
Phase,
yeah. I never had that, like, just trunks, huh? All right. Cool. It was always kind of a cool look. And then, we did the post-Shield, and then finally we came out of the vest years later. But I never had, where it was like too embarrassing. But FCW, I did that. I did all that.
That's right. Yeah.
I was in the skimpies. Yeah.
Skimpies.
And you felt more confident in the pants?
I don't
or
know about.
It's not a confident thing.
Yeah. Well, at that point, I don't know if confidence was even in yet.
Yeah. Okay.
We hadn't like rep that one out.
There.
We were just trying to fake it and like, I'm confident.
Well, you used to talk a lot of shit to me in the ring.
Oh, you slapped only because I knew if I didn't, you'd slap me 15 times in a row.
We were on the same
Run the
page
track,
at first,
and
then
busted my eardrum too.
Oh man,
I believe it.
Shattered that sucker. The doctor was like, "Oh yeah.
Well, don't fuck with me."
That's right. That's right. Hey, if you're gonna hit somebody, hit them.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Well, and you guys all taught me that. It was, I think it was Foley the first time.
Your first few were good. They were good workers.
Right, and then I got carried away or something.
I don't know whose
because you weren't
idea
selling
that was.
for me, and I was
right.
like,
young bull. Yeah.
Sell.
Now just down for a day. Oh God.
Finally.
I'll be in the theater. Leave me alone.
I feel like
where's Daddy selling in the theater?
I was gonna say, I feel like you caught a spear back.
Oh yeah. I mean, you got me at WrestleMania.
We left it for the big one.
We did. It was big pop.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My hair was stuck in my jacket.
Yes.
You had all kinds of stuff going on.
I did.
Yeah. Jackie, you were working hard that day.
Yeah.
But you had because you did the full intro.
I did that.
Night too.
That was crazy. The Skull Queen. That was so fun. Oh my God. To be able to write that promo too and like just make everybody sheep and bow down and like, I love it.
God, it's so good. Yeah.
Just practicing in the office. We all were.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Like as a bad guy, if you just imagine your royalty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think we come from the same. We have the same mindset of like. I know that as.
It was good.
Like prime tribal chief run, or like championship run. Same people were beneath me. It was just like, it felt good.
Such good heat.
It was just a good character feeling. Yeah, I loved it.